we are doing a cabin tour and review on the Sky Princess M716. Let's go in and check it out. Hi, Andrea. All right, let's check this room out. We got a nice, lots of shadows in the video. There's not a lot of good lighting in here. Love that back headboard. All right, let's talk about the muster real quick. All right, in case of an emergency, we are in room M716, located here. In case of emergency, we go down to the nearest stairway to the left, or we can go around the back of the ship and go this way, depending on where there was in fact a situation. So your life jackets are in the cabin right here. All right, let's move on with the tour. So this switch here, if you take that card out, the lights will go out probably after 5 minutes. Always want to keep that card in there. These switches go to the hallway and down the end of the room. All right, let's look at the closet. I showed you the life jackets. Look at the storage up above. Lots of storage. Lots of hanging. What I love is all the hangers are the same type of hangers with clips. We've got 2 rows, and we've got 2 princess bags and laundry bags. But tons of storage. I apologize for the shadows in the video, but the lighting is probably not that great. Storage, we have a safe. Let's take a peek. Any money in there? Let's look in there. No money in there. Never is. I wonder why. All right, storage and more storage. Very nice. All right, let's take a look at the bathroom. Now, you see when you walk in the door, it says, watch your step. There's a reason for that. All the bathrooms on these cruise ships have a step up. So you don't want to trip up walking into the bathroom. So you always gotta worry about stepping up. All right, so we have a nice tile floor. It's not real tile, I don't believe. Well, yeah, it's real tile. Real tile floor. Nice wand shower. Very nice. I love having a wand. The top control is water on and off. Bottom control is water temperature. We have a hanging cord, retractable hanging cord that'll go and hang into here. Since I'm here, I might as well do it, right? There we go. Bang, all set up. And we've got, for lotions in here, we've got body wash, shampoo and conditioner. Handicap rail. You can use this as a handicap rail as well. Oh, look at that piece of hair right there. I don't know if you see it right there. We'll have to take that out of here. All right. 2 towels, 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, 2 face cloths, body lotion, hand wash, 2 glasses and storage shelf. And we've got a plug here that, is it going to open? Yes, it is. We've got a European plug, and we've got a US plug. We usually use that for our toothbrush. All right, nice sink. Underneath, we've got sanitary bags, toilet paper, trash can, all kinds of storage down the bottom there. Toilet brush and tissues. As I turned to come out of the bathroom, there's a door right there. Well, this cabin is an adjoining cabin that in the event you were traveling with a family, you could book the 2 rooms together and open the doors. So it is an adjoining cabin. We're going to keep that door locked. We don't know the people on the other side. We are coming into the room. Before we get into the room, I already showed you a little bit of bed, but we're going to get into that. But let's talk about this. This is a thermostat. Red is hot, and we're going to go all the way to cold. And cold is air conditioning. All right, let's take a look. Got a king-size bed. Beautiful pillows. Look at that headboard. Beautiful headboard. Beautiful lights right over the bed. Oh, that looks awesome. Look at the artwork here. Oh, it looks beautiful. All right, let's take a look at what we got on the end table. We've got a lamp. We've got a USB. This probably goes over the lights, over the headboard. Let's turn that back on. And this goes over there. All right, we've got storage. 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 All right, that's great storage for an end table. And let's head over to the other side. We have a second end table. And we've got the same thing. We've got a light switch for the lamp. Make sure it works. We've got a USB. We got storage. And I'll tell you, there's tons of storage between the closet and the end tables. We've got a nice desk. Let's pull the chair out. Nice chair, trash can, European plug, European plug, European US plug. And over here we have a US plug, and we've got a light switch over the desk. Telephone. Let's see what we got in here. We got a blow dryer. You know what's really cool about this cabin? What's really cool about this cabin? Let me put this chair back. Ugh. We got a bar. I still haven't gotten to what's so cool about this cabin yet, but I want you to think about it. But at the end of the video, we do a complete review of our stay. What do we like, what do we didn't like, and stuff like that. We have an electric kettle, which is nice. I don't see any plug over here for it. Yeah, there's no utility here for that. So we might have to bring it over to the desk. We've got 2 glasses. We've got teas. We've got cups. A nice top, little bar top, refrigerator. Nice. It's cool. Shelves. All kinds of shelves. Make sure you stay at the end of the video. We do a complete review of our stay. Now this is what's pretty cool about this room. It's a balcony. Let's open this thing up. Well, it looks a little drizzly out today. But we're going to go outside and take a look at the port area. So this here, when you go down, that locks it. When you go up, it unlocks it. Let's take a look. We've got 2 chairs and a table. Nice. We're going to light up above. There is a switch to that right over here. This switch will turn that light on. All right, any guesses where we are? If you can guess where we are, please leave it down in the comments down below. Ship's being fueled up right there. All right. Let's head back in. All right, let's do this one more time. Close it. Bring it down. That locks it. Bring it up. Unlocks it. Locks it. And here's personal safety. So I'm curious if you can guess what port we are in. I'm not going to tell you. Leave the comments down below and I'll tell you if you got it. We are at that time where we do our full review on Cabin M716. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
You can go first.
Why do I always have to go first?
Okay, I'll go first.
All right, thank you.
This is a great room. I have to say, one of the reasons why I think it's a great room is its balcony. So that's I love having a balcony. Okay, but let's take that aside because if you're going to talk about the room in general, The one thing that I don't love, because it's a balcony, is our desk space and our bar space is separated. And that means that they are both on the smaller side in order to be able to do anything. And we do quite a bit of work when we're on the ship. So I will say that it's not great having such a small desk space. So that's a little bit of a difficulty when you're having a balcony room. Yeah. But I will deal with it because I like a balcony. Okay. So I loved the bedding. The AC system worked really well. The bathroom was very accommodating. We had no issues in the bathroom.
Yeah, water pressure was good.
So honestly, I don't think I can say any other bad thing. Wait a minute.
We're missing one of the best parts. Ronaldo. Ronaldo, a.k.a. Ray.
Yes.
Amazing.
He's a great room steward. We really enjoy spending some time with him, and
yeah,
he's been amazing.
And he's been working with Princess for over 30 years, right? Isn't that what he said? I think he said he worked with Princess for over 30 years, and like I said, you can really tell these employees for this Princess Cruise Line, 30-year employees, they know their stuff. Yeah. Holy smokes!
Yeah, he's done a really great job.
Top shelf. Yeah. So, are you done? Because I interrupted you.
Well, that was all the positives, and it's a little about the room.
Okay, you talked about the negatives. You said the counter space was not good.
I talked about the room. I'm gonna move on if you want me to.
All right, move on.
Well, this is gonna be a quick one.
It is gonna be a quick one.
All right. My next thing I want to talk about is location. So this room is like, what, 5 rooms from the back of the ship?
No, 2 rooms from the very back.
Okay. Very back of the ship. So that means some good and bad things. Some of the good things are that means that the staircase is very close. The staircase and the elevators, the back ones, are very close to where we need to be. We're on deck 15, which means we go straight up. We're in an outdoor pool area, which is really nice if you want to be outside. If you want to go inside, the Lido food is right there. The negative is location-wise, if you're going to anything below deck 7.
Which is where everything is happening.
Correct. Your 6 and your 5 piazza area. The back staircase doesn't go all the way down. It only stops at 7. So you have to go to 7, then make your way through
towards midship,
the Vista Lounge, the Princess Live, all of that area to midship. Exactly. And then you can then go
6 and 5
down further if you need to. So that means like when we're getting off the ship, usually it's midship or forward are the places to get off the ship. It's a little bit of a maze of a walk to get there.
Yeah. Well, it's not that bad for us, but it could be for some people that have mobility issues.
True.
So, you don't have anything really bad to say about the room other than the counter space.
We're back at the room. I was moving on.
Oh, she moved on. I want to come back to the room because that's what this is, a room review. And we do touch on the ship, obviously. Back to the room. Anything negative? I can think of one thing. And it was horrendous.
Oh. All right, please stop.
Oh, is it bringing back where you were one night? She was flipping out. The noise was ridiculous.
Well, we had some rough seas one day.
We did.
And as I mentioned, there is a balcony here, and we had, I don't even know what it was or why it started happening, but it made some real creaky noises. And so there's a section in the...
And it was loud.
There's a section in the door jamb for the balcony door that is open, and there's some piece of wood that's wedged in there.
It looks like someone, like around the door, when they installed the doorway, the balcony doorway, they caulked. But somewhere down the road after the install, they must have had a squeaking noise because someone started putting shims inside the
To tighten up the
jam
space.
to try to tighten up the space. So Andrea would get up there. One night she would have been out. I just went to bed. I says, hey, you're on a ship. Deal with it. And she would not. And then she went and she found these shims in the corner. Excuse me. She found the shims in the corner and she started playing with the shims. And she woke up the next day and she said, ha ha. I made the noise go away. I said, oh yeah, what'd you do? And she showed me. I said, oh, good for you. It came back, right? And then she says, all right, you got to do it this time. I says, I'm not doing it. I get up there, I pushed it all, and we haven't had a problem at all.
Yeah. But we haven't had rough seas either.
That's true. The seas have been nice. They've been calm. On that note, this is why I ask you, would you stay in this room again?
I would.
I would too.
Yeah.
I would too. But before we end this review, let's show you what we're looking at. Any guesses where we are? What a view, huh? You can see that that's the back of the ship right there. What an amazing view, huh? Any guesses where we are? Please leave them down in the comments below. That's the front of the ship way over there. And that little bump out there is the outdoor deck 16 area. Yeah, if you can guess where we are, leave comments down below. We'd love to hear them. And guess what? This is where I say, ciao for now.
We'll see you soon.
Thanks for coming along.